horrified when we saw the panorama programme about Winterbourne View and the abuse and the prosecutions that have followed. But we should be equally worried if somebody living in a care setting is uncomfortable, feels unsafe. We've taken three approaches to that. The first is the traditional approach of unannounced visits. The next, which I think is quite clever, is a survey of the circle of support. But the piece which I think is absolutely inspirational is our experts by experience.
Then check to the manager, see who's out of county, how many people live there, their approximate age, and just look around the property and just to go into the client's bedrooms if they wanted me to. For quality checking, I go into residential homes and check if they're happy where they're living, and if they are not happy, then we can make some changes to make their life more easy and more comfortable.
Across health and social care, we're committed to developing partnership working, and we want to actually listen more to the patient and service user voice. We want to do more than that. We want to actually involve our patients and service users in developing our services and testing whether or not our services are joined up, and telling us then where we can actually put more improvements into those services.
I think they're the first group that we've ever been involved with that really involve the service users, in the sense that those service users can for the first time voice up their own opinions.
Well, basically it's a way for the trust to be inspected by people with learning disabilities so they can see it at a different focus, and we learn a lot from that. Who better to audit services than people who've actually experienced those services?
How well do you get on with the staff that you live with?
Very well, actually, yeah.
Oh, that's good. And how well do you get on with everyone that you live with?
Sometimes I get on with them alright, and sometimes I have a fallout.
It's taking people with a learning disability. They've been trained up by Gloucestershire Voices, and they're actually carrying out peer-to-peer conversations in care settings.
People who live here all the time. Gloucestershire Voices are used to that environment. They all know what to expect, and therefore they can tell me.
We have always been very dedicated that we want our service users to be listened to, so that's extremely important to the Orchard Trust.
We think that the quality checkers are adding new value in the system.
We would normally try and do this with a professional talking to a client, and to me that's a bit like the waiter coming up and asking you, how's your food? And you might tell your mate it ain't very good, but you don't say that to the waiter.
My recommendation would be to use Gloucestershire Voices because they have a lot of empathy. They can draw out questions that sometimes you might not think of yourself. They'll go direct to the service user and they can tell whether they're comfortable or not and whether they're happy. You get the report back really, really quickly, and then you can action it.
I would say to anybody that has never had a quality check, first of all, to contact Gloucestershire Voices, ask them to come into your providers and talk about what quality checking is all about. And then from that, I think you will automatically learn the importance of it for you and for the service users and the quality that you get from it.